Morning, 23rd of April 2023, it's Sunday. The weather is a bit better than they forecasted. It's dry for now, so one of the first jobs I'm going to do is try and get that grass outside the fence cut before it gets any worse. If you remember, that was all brambles and everything, and I don't want it coming back, so I've got to trying to get that cut down now. The grass is pretty wet, but I'm going to have a go and get it sorted out. And then after that, I've got some new seeds, and I'm going to probably start planting some new seeds over in those beds that we sorted out yesterday. That was a marathon. My back's a little bit better today. So you can see I got the allotment grass cut before. I mean, it was getting out of hand, to be honest with you. Well, you can just see the tufts up against the greenhouse of how long it was. So at least we got that jobbed. It's this down here. You can see how long it's getting now. So I need to try and get this cut before the rain comes, because I do not want those brambles coming back up through here and climbing up this fence and through it. So, cup of coffee and then we'll get cracking. I couldn't resist. There's not enough trees in the world. So I got a golden pearmain apple dwarf patio fruit tree. And then I got a pear. It was the only one there, and it's not the best specimen. As you can see, all the branches at the top are all tightly clustered. But what I'll do is, as these grow, I'll put a stick in between the branches and train them out. I spotted these mini roses, so we got 2 trays of those as well. Can't remember whether I showed you this pond area finished off or not, with the flowers in and the pond's all set. I need to get the white stone in the bottom still, but pretty much we got this area finished off. And I don't know whether I showed you this actually on the clip on the actual pond video. I think I've missed a clip out, but you're seeing it now. So we got the bad lad out with the bramble smasher. Absolutely the best 10 quid I ever spent this. And another little tip, if you're going to get a strimmer, get a 4-stroke. That's 4-stroke. And I got so sick of fighting with 2-stroke strimmers. This thing, I pulled it out, I primed it, 2 pulls, and it was off. So let's show you what we got done. I tried to get it over the lawnmower to make it quicker, but it couldn't. It was too wet, but I managed to collect a barrow full of grass, so that'll go on the compost heap. This is what I had to contend with to start with. All this rubbish that gets through up against the fence. And then, as you can see, I've got the grass cut all the way down there, and I've even chopped the brambles back on that side as well. So that'll do as its first cut. So I've got all the edges trimmed up now, along the edges of the polytunnels and everything as well, right along all this edge here. So that is a fantastic jobbed. I picked that up out as on the rubbish out and on the path as well while I was here. That is an absolute winner, that. Right, it's time for a well-earned cup of coffee. I'm going to sit down for 5 and have myself a donut, I think, with my cup of coffee, and then we'll see what else we're going to do. Probably going to get on with planting some of these seeds. So for speed this year I ordered some seed tapes. This one is onion, white Lisbon, mixed chicory, radish sparkler, rainbow beetroot, carrot resistor-fly, these are all tape, radish French breakfast, and beetroot bolt hardy. Now I have some, no I haven't got any beetroot bolt hardy. I'm undecided about these this time though, because what I do have is I've got some of the golden beetroot, and I think I might plant that instead, along with some red meat winter radish as well. You know, the ones I was telling you about in the last. Got some more seed, I couldn't find the other. And last year they grew like turnips, and I thought they'd be no good for nothing now, but they're absolutely lovely. They've actually got a red centre. They're green on the outside, and then when you cut through them, they're like a watermelon. But they're lovely taste. Even more, let them get to the size of a turnip. They were lovely. I'm going to get these little mini roses in the bed now, before I forget about them, and get them planted in here. I don't think these come back here, and yeah, they're not true roses, but they look very, very nice. And so we're just going to find us a space where there's plenty now that the chickens have freed up for us, and I'm just going to get these into here and watered in. Right, so what I've got here is some carrot tape. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed actually. I'm looking at these and they're in clusters of 3 or 5. So you're still going to have to do thinning. Be under no illusion that if you plant these, that it's only one, the spacing. The spacing is probably right, and I suppose the reasoning behind the 3 to 5 is in case some don't germinate. So I've made 3 channels up to where the carrot rows are. I'm just going to run a watering can down there now and then get these covered over. Now, a lot of people say don't plant these deep, but I've found it to the contrary. The planting them a bit deeper, they tend to germinate better. Now, whether that's just me or anybody else has found that is the case, let me know in the comments down below. It'd be interesting. So I'm just watering the trenches, give it a good soak to get them underway. Now obviously don't go too deep with these, but I do go deeper than the ½ inch that they recommend, or 1/4 inch. I would say this is a good inch deep. I might have to eat my words. So these come in strips joined together, but they're like 3 meters. So basically we're going to unravel this and see how far we go with it. And we'll just cover the last one up and get that sorted. Right, and now all I've done is I've given them a good watering in, and I've just laid these wooden boards on the top like a lot of other people do, just to keep the moisture in, because this weather, it's fantastic at the moment. You can't weigh it up. It was supposed to be blowing a hooligan and pouring down again today. Never trust the weatherman. Anyways, we don't know what this week is going to bring. So at least even if it does rain, the boards will stop them getting waterlogged and possibly not germinating. And 2, if it gets warm and stays warm, then at least they'll keep the beaten sun off the channels where they're planted, and we might be have a fighting chance of getting something through. So I've just got on and put these in. This is a relatively quick crop bed. So we're starting off, we've got the red meat winter radish watermelon. These are just packeted seeds which I've tried to sow fairly thinly. Then we've got sparkler radish, 2 rows of white Lisbon spring onion, and then a beetroot rainbow mix. Now they'll be the last to come out, but this side of the bed will be harvested pretty quickly, and then we can get something else in and leave the beetroot, which is a rainbow mix, running down that side. So we got that done, and then we started getting some more. You can see the hens attacked these strawberries of the grandkids. They will survive and they make a comeback. But what we've done now is we've put them some radish sparkler down here, and in between these two chards. Then along the back they've got white Lisbon spring onion, and then here, well, they've got 4 potatoes in there as well, and here I've put them 2 short rows of beetroot rainbow mix. That's everything watered in, and the cover's back on again now. That was a nice, quick, easy job. How nice to now just kick back a little bit and relax. This apple tree is full of bloom this year, and this one here is starting to bloom. We've got those little white roses in there. At last. And finally, we have some crops coming along very nicely. So we've got some iceberg lettuce here, and I think perpetual spinach. Yep, perpetual spinach. I have got some bold hardy beetroot, but they're in clusters these, so yeah. And then we've got some cherry bell radish as well. These were the ones we bought with the voucher for my 60th birthday when we went to B&Q. And this is my own garlic chives. We can start taking a harvest from these now. Right, I didn't record it, but I've just been and transplanted those 6 cauliflowers into a larger pot, give them a good water and put them down on the beds now, out of the sun a little bit. And I've done a repair on the gate through into the garden, just in case. I'm hoping the winds are all finished now, but you never know. So what I've done is I've strengthened the posts for now. I haven't had time to make another gate yet. I'm going to do that, but I haven't had time yet. So as a quick fix, what I've done is I've put an esplanade on the gate as well as a bar and strengthened the posts. So at least now, if the wind does blow and the whole fence moves a bit, the padlock is going to keep the gate locked at least, even if it leans forward a bit. And fingers crossed it's going to keep them chickens out of the grown area. I really do not want to have to start again over there. That was hard work. My poor old back's going mental again, so it's another soak in the bath again. But on a positive note, it's getting earlier, it's only 3:30 p.m. Then I'm going down home as soon as I've had this for something to eat and a bath. I'm back at work again next week, and then I'm off for another week. So we'll get the finishing touches done and more stuff planted out, hopefully next week. Not next week, but the week after, whilst I'm off. Right, that's about it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the little video. Don't forget to like, dislike, leave a comment. Thanks for all your subscriptions, donations, suggestions, and following me along as usual. As always, stay safe, be practical, keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.